Argh Martins, licensed marriage and family therapist, couples therapist. Today, I wanted to explore the concept of I want to versus I have to or I need to with you. It started with my own exploration. So I belong to this training group called System Center Training Group in San Francisco. I've been going, received the training ongoing for the past, on and off, for the past 10 years. And I got a consultation with a consultant during our training regarding the concept of I have to. So I noticed there's a part of me that I believe belongs to the overfunctioning characteristics that I tend to pile up a lot of work for myself. And if you look at my to-do list on Google Calendar, it's so long and I keep postpone certain tasks to the next day because I simply have a hard time completing everything I put for the day for myself for quite a while now. So I got in touch with a part of me that's saying, well, I cannot finish what I want to do every day, and I feel frustrated, defeated, and a little bit depressed because of that. And when I dig deeper inside of me, I notice there's another part of me saying, I have to finish this and that for a certain day, on a certain day. Otherwise, you're probably familiar with that, all the consequences that come with that, and that make me feel bad about myself. So when I did consultation with a consultant, they helped me to get in touch with a part of me that's saying, I want to do something and I'm willing to. And I further explored that somatically after the training and consultation, and I had really great insights, and so I want to share with you. So maybe that will be inspiring for you to explore those parts within yourself. Maybe that you have parts of you or aspect you also giving yourself too much pressure to complete this long list of to-do lists that you can't finish, and then you feel frustrated with yourself. Okay, so here it comes, and I explore that in my meditation with each chakra. If you're familiar with the concept of a chakra, that's coming from in Hindu tradition, each energy wheel in your body, there are 7 of them. So when I explore, I want to, I notice some sensation really resonating in my second chakra, which is in charge of your sexuality, sensuality, your desires, right? And then that's also where the Kundalini resides. And so that's in some way the source of our own individual power comes in from the second chakra. So it's a I want to. There's a desire that's pulling me, there's a longing of something I would like to happen, and I'm putting energy towards that, and that feels very sweet and yummy actually. And then when I move up this energy into I will, that is in my third chakra, that is in charge of our individual roles in society, and that's where our solar plex, that's our power is. So I will come with the willpower that I will put energy into that to make it manifest in this world that we live in. And then when I move it up to the fourth chakra, what came to me is I am willing. So there's some surrendering to that. I'm willing, but there's also some heart energy as to open, to open up, to be supported, open up to the possibilities in the universe, and open up to what will manifest for me. So here's the I want, I will, and I'm willing to. And that sounds like a very positive, right? And very empowering. But when I think about and meditate on I cannot, it's actually showing up around my eye band. I call it eye band, this area where we hold tension sometimes, and I notice the tension behind my eyes. Generally for me, that's indicator that there's some tears behind that, and my eyes are holding in the tears, so I do not show this vulnerability and I do not get in touch with that. So when the I cannot that shows up in my exploration, for me, I notice there's a part of me saying that you do not have the capacity, and that's really sad when I do not have the capacity or capability to finish something, to complete something, to make something manifest. And naturally it comes with grief, some sadness. And I need to, this part that actually comes from more in the back of my head, and then that is a part of me that I call the inner critic, that is saying, well, if you don't do that, you are blah blah blah, not good enough. And then I need to, as an obligation, that there's no leeway, there's no negotiation, there's no room for any all of that. I want to, and I'm willing, but more coming from the above, like a top down position. So that is a one up part that's trying to tell me that there's no option, there's no room. This is your obligation, you have to do it. And that's sometimes very helpful, right? When we have the discipline to move ourselves to do the things that would feel very important to us. But when we're too top down, top heavy, and then we're ignoring our lower, our down there energy centers, there's an imbalance. Top too heavy, bottom too small, and then we tip over. That's not a balanced state of being for us. So I started this exercise, I call it I want to challenge, with my children, with my friends. So we explore the I want tos. Whenever there's something I set in my calendar to do, I see that it's something needs to be happened, and I ask myself, do I want to do this? Or do I have to? Do I need to? And can I shift from I need to and I have to mindset into the I want to? So I explored that with my daughter, and we did I call it a plus or minus chart on karate that she practices on a piece of paper, and then asked her to list all the I want tos. What made you want to do karate? What made you want to practice? What made you want to get a purple belt in karate? And the other side is the minus column, and asked her to write all the things why she doesn't want to do those things. And then she ended up having 5 want tos and 3 doesn't want to. And then we explore doesn't want to and see if we can get any support for her. So it become I want to. So that's how I motivate her to shift things, her thinking from I have to, I don't want to more like I want to. And that works really well with people with ADHD. I actually use that method and as one of the tools for my clients with ADHD. And for the non-ADHD over-functioning partner, the challenge generally is the opposite, like what I have, like too many things on the to-do list and pushing ourselves really hard that we burn out and we don't have the energy to enjoy time with families and to have a good time with our partner. So I constantly do the challenge in this way. I will look at each task on my to-do list or whatever comes to my mind, and I will ask myself, so if I do not do this thing today, what's gonna happen? What's the impact? Is there anybody else involved in this task? Say picking up children from school, there are kids involved, there are school teachers involved. So there's consequence, there's impact on them. And I also will say, well, in this task, what is the context of the task? For example, picking up children from school, the context is being the school. And what's my role? My role is a parent. And do I want to be a parent that is responsive and responsible, that make my children feel secure and safe, and make the teacher feel relieved after their shift of work and have a smooth transition? Yes, I strive to be a parent like that. And that's why I show up on time to pick up my children. And I want to So instead of oh, I have to pick up my kids, oh, I'm running late, it's like I want to be on time. I wanted to meet them when they come out of the gates of the school. I want to be the first person they see. I enjoy that joy. That's why I do that. Okay. Another little example I can give it to you. So I've been interacting with Expedia to deal with some of the refund issues, and I spent probably 5 hours in total now for the past 2 months to communicate with a robot and then someone be in charge of the customer service chat back and forth, and I did not get it resolved. So at some point I got really frustrated and I noticed I start to avoid this task. I will put this task from today to tomorrow, the next week, and it's been going on for 2 months now. So one day I decided I will tackle this task. I want to do it, and I'm willing to give it 30 to an hour of a time of my day. And if it's not resolved, I'm willing to let it go. Based on many factors, I consider my hourly rate and how frustrated I get from the interaction and the time I spend to calm myself down, back to being present, all of that. I decided is not worth my more time spent on this issue, and my role in this as a customer informed me that, well, I choose not to use this service in the future, and based on the experience I have with them, and that is an informed decision I make. But I want to engage one last time, and an hour is the maximum time I'm willing to engage with them. So that's how I make a decision to cross something out of my to-do list and to let go, and to shift and to prioritize my value. As for, I wanted to be more present, I wanted to have a more calm, relaxed time. So I'm ready for my children, my family, my clients, and the people that are important to in my life. So until next time, we will get into the trust issue and how to explore for the ADHD partner, and if when they really distracted and they had changed their mind a lot, if that's a sign of flexibility or not. So we'll continue to discuss those issues, particularly related to the partners that don't have ADHD and they have a tendency to be over functioning and burdened. Until next time, bye for now.